read, right? So when you make a prediction, what exactly is it that you're doing? What are you doing?
Trying to figure
Raise your hand, raise your hand, raise your hand. I like when you raise your hand so that everybody gets a chance, okay? What do you do?
predicting
What the story about, what it's going to be about. How do you make that prediction? What do you do? You look at the title. What else can you look at?
look at the back.
The back. Raise your hand. What can you do?
The first sentence.
The first sentence. What else can you look at? Black shirt.
You can skip through the pages, look at the text features.
Look at the text features. Very good. What are text features?
Text features are, well, I know some text features, photographs, captions.
Sorry. Photographs, captions.
Headings.
Okay, good. Do you know why you have text features when you're reading?
No.
Yes, to help you understand the story. I heard somebody say no. So he said that in order to make predictions, sometimes you look at the text features. And then text features are there to help you better understand the story. So text features may be a picture, it may be a diagram, it may be a chart, and that's just to help you get a better visualization so you can see what you're reading about. Does that make sense? Okay. So what else can we do when we're making predictions before you read? Anything else, or you think we already said them all? What do you got? Clue words, okay? Now, why is it that we're making predictions? Who knows why we're doing it? Why do you think we make predictions? You can better understand the story. What else? What's another reason why you think we're making predictions?
Because your prediction might be right.
Your prediction may be right. So, but in order for you to figure out if your prediction is right, what do you have to do while you're reading? You made a prediction, right? Okay, and you want to see if your prediction is right. What do you have to do in order to see if that prediction is correct? What do you have to do? I'll say it again, because I know you all know. If you've already made a prediction, okay, and you want to make sure that your prediction is right, or you want to see that the prediction that you've made is correct, what do you have to do in order to see if that's correct? It's not rocket science.
Right.
Let's think about it, because I want to see more hands raised. Okay? So let's say, if you've made your prediction, okay? And in order for you to see if your prediction is correct, what do you have to do to see if it's correct?
Hello.
What do you have to do?
I don't know.
We know that you have to read, but what do you have to do while you're reading? Is it Tatiana? What do you have to do? Compare your prediction to the story. I heard somebody say it.
Make notes.
It's very simple. I made a prediction. Let's say we have a story. Now I think that the story is going to be about a girl named Tiffany and her dog. In order for me to see the story is about a girl named Tiffany and her dog, I have to pay attention while I'm reading.
It's close reading.
The dog
You
is
have to
dead.
make sure that you're paying attention. Because you know sometimes when you're reading, you don't really know what you're reading about. You have to make sure that while you're reading, you're paying attention. Does that make sense? Right?
Yes.
So you can't be focusing on what you're going to eat for dinner, or focusing on what you ate for breakfast, or focusing on other things other than what? Other than the what? Other than the story or the text that you're reading. Does that make sense? All right, so today we're going to focus on making predictions during reading, right? Okay, so who's ready to read? You should all be on Cookie Catastrophe on that side. Are we all there?
Other side, Nathan.
It's two sides, so you should be on Cookie Catastrophe. Are we there? What's your name, honey? You want to read? Nice and loud, okay? Ready? Go ahead. Cookie Catastrophe. Everybody say it.
Cookie catastrophe.
Cookie Catastrophe. Go ahead. She's going to read, right? Do you guys all read together or just one person reads? Okay, go ahead and read.
Next Saturday night, Stan was itching for a snack. So he fled down to the kitchen, moved basically to the refrigerator, and reached up to the top into the jar. Just as his fingers snatched a big chocolate chip cookie, Stan felt the drop into two. Before he could stop, he heard a loud crash and sets of footsteps running down the stairs.
Okay, did we all hear her?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Okay. You know, something. There's another strategy called rereading, and you reread something in order to make sure that you understand what you read. Because sometimes when you read things the first time, you don't really have a good understanding of that. So we're gonna reread that. Is that okay?
Yes.
Who's gonna reread for me next? Nice and loud. Go ahead. What's your name? Jonathan. Go ahead and read for me.
Late Saturday night, Stan was itching for a snack. So he snuck down to the kitchen, moved the stool to the refrigerator, and reached up to the top and into the cookie jar. Just as his fingers snatched the big chocolate chip cookie, Stan felt the jar begin to tip. Before he could stop it, he heard a loud crash and two steps of footsteps running down the stairs.
Do we have a better understanding of the second time you read it? Yes? Okay, so let's look at it. All right, late Saturday night, Stan was itching for a snack. Does that mean he was itching, like literally itching? What does that mean?
Like he wanted
I remember, I can't hear you if you're not raising your hand. All right, so what does it mean if he's itching for a snack? What does that really mean? What do you think that means? He's trying to find a snack. What do you think it means when he's itching for a snack? What does that mean? He really wanted a snack. Okay, so we're ready. Let's look at the last sentence. Before he could stop it, he heard a loud crash. Then two steps of footsteps running down the stairs. What do you think happened next? All right, take a little time to think about it. What do you think happened next? That's what we're gonna write. Go ahead. I'm coming around. I want to see what you have. And make sure we start off those sentences with what? And they're complete sentences. That's okay. You should be on your paper, right?
Are you gonna get me?
I ran out.
Oh.
And if
Because when I
you
saw y'all at lunch,
know
I saw my lunch.
what might happen next, you always have that passage right in front of you. So you can always go back to that text. Yes or no?
Yes.
Always go back to it if you're not sure. That's why it's there. You don't have to make it up on your own. You have a story right in front of you. Make sure your first and last name is on the paper, okay? That should have been the first thing we did.
Because we need to.
We'll give you about 2 more minutes. Is that okay? What's it, Angie? Angelique? What do you think happened next? Okay. Write your name. Done? Pretty good, pretty good. One more minute. Fix it. About him itching. What kind of figure would you make that today? Okay. right, we ready? Okay, who wants to share? What do you think happened next? But when you share, be prepared to answer another question. Okay? So what do you think happened next? It's not a hard question because if you answer this one, then you can answer the next one. All right? I'll need two hands. I need to see more hands than that. Or I need to see more hands over here. I like to call on people that don't raise their hands.
That's a good way to make
Who haven't I heard from? What's your name, hon?
Daniela.
Daniela? Okay, what do you think? What was your prediction?
I think Sam's parents heard the crash and were heading downstairs to investigate.
Okay, you said his parents heard a crash and they were heading downstairs to investigate. Now, why was that your prediction? What evidence from the text? Can you go back and tell me why did you predict that?
They said that he heard the loud crash and two sets of footsteps were coming down the stairs. So I figured his parents were talking upstairs and went in and downstairs to check.
Perfect. Did you hear that? Okay. Daniela, right? Daniela predicted that his parents heard a crash and they went downstairs to investigate.